When little girls are asked who their favorite rail racer is, they all answer Fallon Taylor. Fallon Taylor is the 7-time National Finals Rodeo qualifier, qualifying in 1995 at just 13 years old. She is the youngest to ever qualify. Fallon won the world title in 2014, which is a huge accomplishment. I've been lucky enough to meet Fallon a few times. She is one of the most down-to-earth and real people you'll ever meet. Today, I'm going to tell you how Fallon Taylor became a world champion and the struggles she encountered along the way. First, let me tell you how she became a champion. Fallon began riding at just 7 years old. She said she was watching TV one afternoon and saw gorgeous, fierce women steering 1,200 pounds of horse running 30 miles an hour through an obstacle course. And that was it. She told her parents that's what she wanted to do, and Fallon's parents packed up everything and moved her to Texas. Fallon may have only been 7 years old, but she was determined to be the best. Next, let me tell you about the struggles Fallon went through. It wasn't all easy. Fallon was banned from competing in professional rodeos because of her age, but she fought and kept pushing forward. Fallon was trained by world champion Martha Josie. All of Fallon's work finally paid off in 1995 when she qualified for her first NFR. Fallon finished 6th in the world that year and continued to qualify for the next 4 years. After 1998 NFR, Fallon Taylor turned out her horses and moved to New York to pursue a career in modeling. Fallon only modeled for a short time when she decided to try her hand at acting. She guest starred in a few TV shows and movies, one being The Big Bang Theory. Not long into acting, Fallon missed the sport of rodeo, so she moved back to Texas to run her own business of selling and training horses. Fallon loved the business. She felt it was her calling. Training horses can be dangerous, and one late night a colt showed Fallon just how dangerous it is. Colts are unpredictable, and they can spook very easily. Fallon was working with one of her colts late one night, and the colt threw her and broke her C2 vertebrae in her neck. The doctor told her she had a 2% chance of ever walking and riding again, and she was lucky and walked out of the hospital. Her doctor told her she would never ride again. A year later, Fallon was back in the saddle, doing what she loves. After a 15-year break, in 2013, Fallon Taylor qualified for the NFR on a horse she had raised and trained herself. She didn't win the world that year, but she went even harder the next year and was able to win the world in 2014. She finally achieved the dream she had had since she was 7 years old. Fallon went through a rough patch before winning the world. And winning the world was something her doctors and most of her friends and family thought she would never be able to achieve. Today, Fallon is still competing in rodeo, but her main goal is to impact every person she meets. She has an amazing story that encourages young girls to never give up.